Imagine standing atop a castle wall so high you could see your enemies days before they arrived, knowing the stone beneath your feet had survived centuries of war. These aren't just castles, they're monuments of medieval ambition, built on a scale few dared to match. In this countdown, we'll reveal the 10 largest true medieval castles ever built, ranked by verified land area. Each fortress demanded vast resources, skilled labor, and a vision of control that still echoes in stone. If you love strategic architecture and monumental design, hit subscribe. Let's begin where trade routes and empire met. Number 10. The Citadel of Aleppo, Syria. The Citadel of Aleppo is one of the world's largest and most resilient medieval fortresses. Built atop a towering limestone outcrop, this Syrian stronghold spans nearly 40,000 square meters and commanded sweeping views of the city below, making ambush nearly impossible. Its defenses were masterfully engineered. A 22-meter deep moat and a U-shaped entrance corridor created a deadly bottleneck, forcing attackers into narrow kill zones under fire. Over centuries, rulers like the Mamluks fortified the site, transforming it into a cultural and political center. But its greatest strength was hidden beneath the surface. During recent restoration, engineers uncovered 10th century wedge-cut stones, designed to flex slightly in earthquakes. That design proved crucial during modern tremors, preserving key parts of the medieval core. In 2024, after enduring civil war and natural disasters, the Citadel reopened to the public. Charred walls and ancient fire slits now stand beside scaffolding and preservation markers, a living monument to survival through chaos. While Aleppo relied on engineered defenses, some castles found their strength in the rock beneath their walls. Number 9. Edinburgh Castle, Scotland. Edinburgh Castle commands the skyline from atop Castle Rock, a volcanic plug formed 350 million years ago. Its natural defenses, sheer cliffs on 3 sides, made direct assault nearly impossible. The castle's Fursten spans about 35,700 square meters, with fortifications concentrated along the vulnerable eastern approach. As warfare evolved, so did the fortress. The 16th century half-moon battery added curved walls to protect artillery crews and maximize firepower. During the 1573 siege, defenders tunneled through the rock to smuggle in supplies under fire, a bold display of resourcefulness. Inside, St. Margaret's Chapel, Scotland's oldest surviving building, offers a rare link to the 1100s. The rest of the castle layers royal apartments, the Great Hall, and the crown jewels into a compact, vertical complex shaped by terrain. What once repelled armies now welcomes millions. The volcanic rock that secured its survival turned a fortress of war into a monument of endurance. But not every castle was so lucky. Some were torn down and rebuilt so many times. Their very stones became a timeline of conquest and rebirth. Number 8. Buda Castle, Budapest. Buda Castle, known as the Phoenix of the Danube, rises above Budapest with roughly 44,700 square meters of palaces and fortifications. Behind its neo-Baroque facade lies a military past that began as a 13th century fortification, later rebuilt after the 1686 siege left it in ruins. Each reconstruction added new layers of stone and brick, preserving and obscuring the past in equal measure. Archaeologists recently uncovered a forgotten Gothic chapel buried beneath later additions, revealing how history survives in hidden corners. Today, The National Houseman Programme is restoring lost sections, like St. Stephen's Hall, using original 19th century blueprints and materials once favoured by medieval builders. In 1945, retreating forces destroyed 70% of the palace. Post-war reconstruction simplified the design, but features like the balcony tower and massive stone walls still hint at its defensive origins. Now a cultural hub, the castle houses museums and libraries atop ancient foundations. Sometimes a fortress's greatest legacy isn't what stands above ground, but what remains quietly preserved beneath it. Number 7. Himeji Castle, Japan. Across the world, castle builders faced different challenges, sometimes compensating for flat terrain with ingenuity instead of sheer height. Himeji Castle, Japan's White Heron, stands as a masterclass in defensive strategy and architectural elegance. Spanning roughly 41,500 square meters across multiple baileys, its white walls and tiered roofs may appear delicate, but every feature serves a tactical purpose. Its layout forms a calculated maze. Over 80 buildings channel intruders through 21 gates and winding paths, creating a 3-kilometer detour to the main keep. Defenders moved through hidden passages, while attackers faced blind corners and overlapping fire. Even the lime-based plaster had a purpose, fire resistance disguised as beauty. Built between 1601 and 1609 by Ikeda Teramasa to secure Tokugawa power, Himeji's design was so intimidating it never faced a siege. Its psychological edge alone discouraged attack. During World War II, bombing raids narrowly missed the main keep, its survival seen as miraculous. Sometimes, the most powerful defense is perception. And in Himeji's case, its pristine condition proves that winning without fighting may be the greatest victory of all. Number 6. Spies Castle, Slovakia. Spies Castle stands as a testament to survival through adaptation. Anchored on a dolomite rock outcrop in eastern Slovakia, it spans roughly 41,400 square meters, one of Europe's largest castles by land area. Its irregular layout, once seen as poor planning, was shaped by fractured bedrock that forced builders to adapt to the terrain. Modern drone surveys revealed Spies is 15% larger than once recorded. Its stretch footprint wasn't accidental. It created forced perspective, making the castle appear even more massive to approaching armies. In 1241, that illusion helped it withstand a Mongol invasion that toppled neighbouring fortresses. Though a fire in 1780 left much in ruins, the Romanesque core remains intact. Rather than rebuild, conservators prioritised stabilisation, taking advantage of Dolomite's seismic resilience to preserve what endures. Today, Spies' ruined towers and quiet courtyards reveal a fortress shaped not by grand redesigns, but by centuries of survival and strategy. It's a place where function outlasted form, and where stone still speaks of medieval resilience. We've seen walls that melted armies and towers that outlasted earthquakes, and we're only halfway through. If that sounds epic, imagine what's coming next. Subscribe now to unlock the rest of this countdown, and the stories behind the castles that rewrote the rules of war, power, and survival. And tell us in the comments, which castle would you claim if history gave you the keys? One with secret tunnels, a fortress on fireproof cliffs? We want to know. Now, let's step into the only castle on this list that's still housing royalty. Number 5. Windsor Castle, England. Windsor Castle stands as a living fortress. Its stone walls and 55,000 square meters of fortified space have sheltered royalty for nearly 1,000 years. The round tower and curtain walls evolved from early wooden defences into a sprawling complex of residential, administrative, and religious buildings, making it the largest inhabited castle in the world. The 1992 fire brought unexpected discoveries. Restoration teams uncovered Norman stonework beneath Tudor facades, revealing layers of history in its very foundations. St. George's Chapel, with its grand perpendicular Gothic design, exemplifies this continuous architectural evolution. Strategic planning shaped the grounds as much as the walls. The Long Walk served both as a ceremonial approach and artillery sightline. And during World War II, the crown jewels and Magna Carta were hidden behind 6-ton blast doors deep in the vaults. Windsor's story is one of adaptation and enduring power. It's not just a royal residence. It's a blueprint for how castles evolved from military strongholds into symbols of state. But some fortresses didn't just adapt, they dominated through elevation. Number 4. Hohensalzburg Castle, Austria. Hohensalzburg Castle, the unconquerable, crowns Festungsberg Hill with over 54,500 square meters of fortified dominance above Salzburg. Its 40-degree incline gave defenders the ultimate advantage, while attackers faced a brutal 150-meter climb under full exposure. With 6 months of water stored in hidden cisterns, starving the garrison into surrender was never an option. Inside the 14th century Bull's Stomach Tower, engineers crafted hollow walls that amplified voices, creating the illusion of a larger defending force. This psychological trick added to its reputation for impenetrability. Recent studies show the foundations plunge deep into the mountain, anchoring its massive stone walls against centuries of threats. Its layered defences, Romanesque core, Gothic towers, Renaissance bastions, channeled attackers into kill zones while defenders covered every angle. Even Napoleon chose to bypass the fortress rather than challenge its design. Today, Hohensalzburg stands as Europe's largest fully preserved medieval castle, with intact ramparts that once made conquest seem impossible. It was never breached in 900 years, because sometimes true size isn't measured in square meters, but in how completely a fortress controls the world around it. Number 3. Mehrangarh Fort, India. Mehrangarh Fort, the Colossus of Jodhpur, towers 125 meters above the Blue City, its 36-meter-high sandstone walls and 21-meter thickness projecting dominance. Built by Rao Jodha in 1459, the fort's steep approach forces visitors to crane their necks skyward, a deliberate psychological tactic. 7 massive gates, each a mini-fortress with its own garrison, forced attackers to fight uphill through successive defensive layers. Inside, concealed galleries, revealed by modern infrared scans, allowed Rajput archers to strike unseen. Its curved walls, designed before cannons arrived in India, later helped deflect Mughal artillery. Centuries later, in 2008, its medieval drainage system redirected a flash flood, proof that ancient engineering still safeguards the city below. Today, Mehrangarh is remarkably intact. Its museum showcases palm shields meant to snap enemy blades, and its sandstone corridors still whisper secrets from centuries past. What hidden weaponry lies beyond those massive doors? Mehrangarh wasn't just built to withstand war. It was designed to awe, defend, and endure. Some castles guarded kings. This one became a city in its own right. Number 2. Prague Castle, Czech Republic. Prague Castle, the fortress that ate a city, sprawls across Castle Hill, covering nearly 70,000 square meters. Over centuries, rulers expanded it into a labyrinth of palaces, cathedrals, courtyards, even entire streets, all enclosed within its fortified walls. Its hilltop perch provided sweeping views of the Vltava River and served both defense and dominance over trade. The 18th century Baroque additions shifted the outer walls from military fortifications to ceremonial boundaries, reflecting a shift from war to display. But its heart remained formidable. Vladislav Hall, with its massive vaulted ceiling, once hosted nightly tournaments indoors. St. Vitus Cathedral's soaring spires and golden lanes preserved homes chart the castle's architectural evolution through time. In 1618, Prague Castle sparked the 30 Years' War when rebellious nobles defenestrated Catholic officials, literally threw them out a window. Centuries later, its legacy continues. Today, it houses the Czech president and remains the largest ancient castle still in political use. Prague. Castle isn't just history. It's a fortress, a city, and a living seat of power all in one. Number 1. Malbuk Castle, Poland. Malbuk Castle, the Teutonic Titan, looms over northern Poland with 144,000 square meters of red brick, making it the largest castle in the world by land area. Built by the Teutonic Order in the 13th century, its riverside location wasn't just strategic, it was logistical. The Nogat River served as a natural moat and supply route, powering the Order's dominance through trade and tolls. Its tripartite design, high castle, middle castle, and outer bailey, formed a layered fortress, each section self-contained and heavily fortified. The outer walls were engineered to match the range of 14th century siege weapons, blending psychological warfare with precision defense. Dendrochronology reveals that the Order imported Swedish oak from over 1,000 kilometers away, proof of their reach and obsession with durability. During the 1410 siege, defenders melted church silver to buy time, preserving the stronghold even in defeat. Today, Malbork's restored walls showcase the Teutonic obsession with scale, order, and control. This wasn't just a castle. It was a war machine, a trading hub, and an architectural flex built to last for centuries. Each of these castles pushed the limits of what architecture could do, fusing scale with strategy and landscape with legacy. They weren't just built to defend territory, they were built to dominate it. As historian Mark Morris put it, medieval architects lived in constant vigilance, and every angle, wall, and hidden passage reflects that survival mindset. If these engineering feats fire up your imagination, subscribe for more deep dives into historic design and the power plays built from stone. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next chapter of architecture, shaped by ambition.